Okay, hi everyone, Matt from Cambridge Longbows here. I've had some questions about tillering, so I thought I'd go through it a little bit more, especially when you're using a tillering gizmo. So this is a bow, flat bow that I'm working on for someone, still very much in its rough stages. It'll be quite pretty when it's done eventually. This is going to be about 70-75 pound draw weight, so it's got an extra groove on the top there for a string, so it's going to be quite a powerful chunky thing. So I always, the second I can get my bows up to brace height, I get them up to brace height and I tiller with them with the string still on the bow, because otherwise you have to take the string on, the string off, the string on, the string off, and that's a huge pain in the bum, especially with something like this, because you have to use a stringer every time you want to put the string back on, well, off. So what I do is, the bow, it's already strung, it's up, this one's already got a pretty good tiller on it, so both goes onto the tillering thing. I'll take this one down, say to 24. Okay, I'll get it vaguely level. And we look at it, you can see it there, so that's not looking too bad at all. You know, looking at it, left outer limb could probably do with coming in a little bit more. But you get your tillering gizmo, and what you do is you run it along until it leaves pencil lines. You wind it through until it leaves marks. So it's not leaving any marks on this side at all. And on this side, it's leaving marks here and here. So we've got an area which isn't bending here and an area which isn't bending there. So it comes off again. You can see, or hopefully you can see where the pencil marks are. We've got some pencil marks running through here and some pencil marks running through here. Okay, swap to a different angle now. So let's see if you can get you seeing me over here now on the workbench. So angle that down without it falling off. Okay, ignore that one, that's one I'm working on for somebody else. So bow still braced, goes into the clamp. Okay, so it's nice and secure. There are issues with leaving the string on when you're tillering, in particular when you get to where the string actually is. When I'm really going for it on the tillering, I'll use a rasp. Then for the finer stuff, I come onto a scraper. Now with a lot of scrapers, ones like this, there's a sharp edge on the back here as well. So when you get close to the string, there's a chance you can cut into the string. So you've got to be careful. What I tend to do if I'm working near the string is I'll have a hand holding that so that bit can't go onto the actual string itself. I never work with it on this side anyway. I always work it on this side. So I can show you. So it's in the clamp, and then it's through onto a brace, which is there we go. Just holding it, a piece of softwood, just holding it in position. Okay, so there we are. So, and again, with your rasp, whatever rasp you are using, I'll go this end just so it's easy for you to see. Whatever type of rasp you are using, like with the other videos, if you go crossways at this point, you are going to gouge massive amounts of material out and you're going to wreck it. So you have to go longitudinally, okay? And you just keep going, carefully does it, until the pencil lines are gone. At this point I wouldn't normally use the rasp at all, but I just keep going until the pencil lines are gone. Again, up here. Quite aggressive. Normally I'd be using this instead. Let's get this a bit lighter. If I'm up by the tip of the bow again, you won't be able to see. If I'd normally hold it this way around, but you won't be able to see. So I'll hold it this way around, carefully, and just come back. Yeah, wrong way, okay. That's a good thing to see as well. Okay, you can see this as I'm scraping, the wood is juddering. Let's get that, I should show you that properly. That's because when I'm running the scraper this way, it's not going with the runoff of the grain. So it's like that. If I then take it this way, it'll get it more smooth. Okay, what I'll do with that is I'll just run some sandpaper across that on something solid, something which has got a hard solid edge to it. In fact, I can just use one of these. So you put your sandpaper over the blade of the rasp, so you have a long flat edge, and that way you sand it flat. Again, be careful of the sandpaper on the string, and you get rid of all those tears, not sort of tears or rips or whatever you like to call them in the timber. And that way you remember not to come this way with the scraper, you go the other way with the scraper. And that's much better. And then from there, still with the string on, come back over, move the camera again, onto there. Ooh, not a great camera position, but you'll be able to see. Back on the tiller, take it down to 24 again. You have a little bit of a look. It's moving just a little bit better. Then back on again with the tillering gizmo. Can't see very much on there. Look at this one. Tiny bit of mark left on here. Okay, so again, same thing. Comes off the tiller, back over to the work table. This point, possibly even just sanding to remove that. Rather, not even scraping. You've got to. This point, I'm getting really careful with this. I don't want to lose too much more draw weight. And remember, the tiller doesn't have to be perfect. I could continue tillering this until there's no wood left, but that would be ridiculous. Get it until there's an even enough spread of bend through the limb so that no one part of the limb is being stressed more than any other. It doesn't have to be anally perfect. It just has to be good. Okay, so next step, I'll show you how to make a tillering stick in a second. Thanks for watching. Bye.